All right, so I'm back. So today I want to speak to you guys about the passion complex. It's fairly simple. It's something that I've been really battling with over the past couple of years. It's this thing where, you know, we all want to attain some level of success in our lives. How many of us want to be successful? I think pretty much all of us, right? And in that quest for success, we've all heard that we should pursue our passion, follow our passion, right? We've all heard that statement before. People tell us to follow your passion. And I'm sure that pretty much each one of you has had an experience or a time where you've been asking yourself, well, what am I really passionate about? What is my passion? So let me start by defining the word passion. Passion is a feeling of intense enthusiasm towards or compelling desire for someone or something. Passion can range from eager interest in or admiration for an idea, proposal, or cause, an enthusiastic enjoyment of an interest or activity, a strong attraction, excitement, or emotion towards a person. So that's pretty much what passion entails. You could be passionate about a person, you could be passionate about a thing, you could be passionate about a place. You know, passion, it evolves into so many areas of our lives, and we're able to really establish or identify what our passion is depending on what area of our life we're speaking about, or the place in our life that we're at. Everyone, we don't all wake up one day and say, I figured it out. I know what I'm passionate about. This is it. I can now pursue this for the rest of my life. You know, it doesn't happen for all of us. Some people know exactly what they want to do in life, and some people don't. Some people know what their purpose is, some people know what their passion is, but some people have no clue, have no idea what they're really passionate about. And that's entirely okay. Because your passion is a discovery. It's about finding your true self, or finding what your life's purpose is. So passion isn't something that you just wake up one day and realize, yes, this is what I'm passionate about. It's a process that you go through. It's a discovery process that each of us must go through to really understand what it is we want to do with our lives. Your true passion is tied directly to your purpose. One second. There we go. Okay. Your true passion is tied directly to your purpose. And I'm talking about your true passion. Not, because we could be passionate about a number of things. We're all blessed with gifts and talents. Gifts and talents that can possibly allow us to provide for ourselves and our families one day. You know, and we're all able to discover our gifts and our talents, and once we discover them, we have to really work on them. We have to develop them, and we have to perfect them on an ongoing basis. This is something that we must do continually so that we're able to possibly be the best of whatever that is in our field, right? So what are you passionate about? And I think that's a question that we all ask ourselves on a daily basis. Like, what is my passion? What am I most passionate about? How many of you remember growing up as a child, maybe going outside to play with your friends, or when you were in school, elementary school, preschool, you went on the playground with your friends? How many of you stood on the edge of the playground and just looked around at everything that was on the playground and was like, where can I find fun? You probably didn't ask yourself that question, right? You just went onto the playground and you started discovering. You looked at all the items that were on the playground: the sandbox, the monkey bars, the seesaw, the merry-go-round, the swing, the slides, everything that the playground had to offer for you. You just went out there and you discovered what was there. You discovered, how can I have fun on this? What can I do to make myself enjoy what is here? Some of you probably even did some weird stuff on these mechanisms, stuff you probably shouldn't have been doing, stuff you might look back on and say, man, I'm a really weird person for doing that. But that's what discovery is all about. That's how it works, right? As you played, you probably discovered that there were some items that you enjoyed more than others, some that you can stomach more than others. I know for me, the merry-go-round, I loved it at first, but I discovered that I couldn't really enjoy the merry-go-round because if I stayed on it too long, I would get sick. I got nauseous, and I would eventually start to vomit or get stomach aches and whatnot. I started to sweat, have these cold sweats. So I discovered that, maybe the merry-go-round isn't the fun of choice for me. And I realized that the monkey bars was something that I love to do. I would do my tricks, my flips, my swings, all of these different things. And there were ladies on the playground, girls on the playground at the time, not ladies. And you tend to show off a bit and flex your muscles and flex your tricks and just to gain some cool points with the ladies. So I was like, instead of embarrassing myself on the merry-go-round, I'm going to get some cool points just showing off on the monkey bars. But all of that came through discovering what the playground had to offer, right? I wasn't too fixated on trying to find a specific set of fun or a specific passion. I just allowed myself to go out there and discover what the playground had to offer. Some things I succeeded in and had fun with. Some things I didn't. It was a bit sickening for me. But all of that came through discovery, and it's a part of what finding your passion is about. So as we get older and we attempt to follow our passion, we try a bunch of things, just like we did on the playgrounds when we were young. We found that we were passionate about a few things, maybe. We would pick one, and one that we feel we maybe was most passionate about, and maybe it didn't work out the way you wanted it to, right? And you become hard on yourself, and you may even consider yourself a failure because something you thought that you were passionate about, you wasn't successful at, or the outcome that you desired, you didn't get to experience. And I think this happens because society has trained us to think that finding our passion means that we will enjoy something every single minute of every single day, and we're going to make tons of money from it. That's what we define following your passion as. If you follow your passion, you're going to enjoy what you do. Find something that you enjoy doing. Follow your passion so that you can enjoy doing what it is that you're doing every day. And you could be super successful. And obviously success is a relative statement, so however you want to define success for yourself. But again, society has trained us to think that success means we're able to make tons of money and provide wealth and enjoyment for our friends and family. So that's what we think about, or most of us think about when we think of the terms follow your passion. But it's really unrealistic to think that we're going to enjoy something every single minute of every single day. It's unrealistic to think that if we follow our passion, we're going to make tons of money just by doing that. Because I think it really takes more than just passion. So the mantra of follow your passion is really incomplete. To amend it, I think that we really need to think about PVP. PVP. And that's simply purpose, value, and passion. You find your purpose, and you create a value from that purpose, you create value of yourself and for yourself, and you allow that to be the fuel to your passion. Just like our gifts and talents, our true passion has to be discovered and developed. During the process of discovery, we mainly discover two things. We discover something that we confirm something that we knew was there, or knew existed, or we discover something that we did not know was there, or that existed. Some of us discovered our passion and realized this really doesn't make us a whole lot of money, so this can't be it. This can't be the passion that I'm supposed to follow, because I'm definitely supposed to be super rich off the passion that I'm choosing to follow. Others of us, we develop a passion. We identify a skill that we have, a skill set. We get a job exercising that skill set. We perfect that skill set. We fall in love with that skill set, and the passion grows for us doing that skill set. So there are two ways that we can really fairly discover our passions. One is innate, and it's within us, and we pursue that. And the outcome of that really determines, we allow that to determine how we feel about ourselves, how successful we are from following our passion. We allow that to dictate whether we're a failure or a success, because that's what society says. But I believe that the focus should be on purpose that creates value. I think the passion comes after that. Your purpose makes you valuable, which fuels your passion. We have to discover our purpose, which is tied to our gifts and talents that they're already inside of us. They exist. Those are things that we were born with. It's nothing that we have to go out and purchase and hopefully it works. It's already within us. So we're just in the process of discovering our true gifts and our true talents, the ones that really identify and accentuate the purpose that we have in our lives. Then we need to develop our gifts and talents and perfect them to a point where we can be one of, if not the best or the most valuable talent in that field. I want each of you to hold your thumb up and look at your thumb. All right? And then I want you to show the person sitting next to you your thumb, and I want you to look at theirs. So the prints on your thumb and the prints on their thumb, are they identical? They're not. Not even a little bit. There may be some squiggly similarities, but if you really take a magnifying glass and look at your fingerprint, you'll realize that there is no one on this earth that has the same fingerprint that you do. And that's where your value lies. Each of us are different as human beings. We're completely different because we are completely different individuals. What works for one of us, or even a few of us, won't work for others. What drives me and wakes me up in the morning would probably cause you to fall asleep or stay asleep, or probably cause you not to even want to wake up in the morning. The passion that the drive that I have, the uniqueness that I have that pushes me to put on an event like this, it may scare some of you because we're gifted in different areas. We have different talents that allow us to create platforms for ourselves to really showcase our gifts and showcase our talents. So your value lies in the uniqueness of your purpose. Only you can do it, and that's what makes it valuable. So saying follow your passion, it doesn't mean that it's the end-all, be-all, because it takes more than passion. As you grow and evolve as an individual, so does your passion for different things. And I think it's important for us to really understand that it takes more than just passion. What if you discover a passion but you really aren't good at it? You think you're passionate about singing, and you go on stage and you sing, and the audience is like, I don't think that's a field for you. You're passionate about singing, but you're not skilled in singing. And I think that's where we really have to be real with ourselves. And that's why it takes more than just passion. You could be passionate about something, but you're not good at it. So it's going to be impossible for you to see any level of success in that passion because you're really not super skilled in that passion. Purpose comes first. I think purpose is the most important thing that we can find or that we can discover within ourselves. And how do you find purpose? You start with discovering the gifts and talents that you have. And I got a friend of mine who has an 8-year-old son, and he and I talk on a regular basis. He and I are around the same age, and it's intriguing to me how he raises his son. I'm so in awe of the type of father that he is, because he's such I consider myself to still be young, so I consider him to be a young father. But he's doing such a great job, with his son, and I find myself asking him questions, why do you do things this way, or why do you treat him like that, or why do you talk to him like that? Why not talk to him like this, or why do you allow him to do this and not allow him to do that? And we were talking one day, and I asked him a few questions similar to those, and he gave me an answer that blew my mind. His answer to me was, I don't know, bro, I'm just out here winging it. And he said that, and I was like, wow. To some of us that sounds maybe a little irresponsible if you hear it for the first time, but when you really think about it, you start to realize that it's true. I feel like he understands that his son isn't like any other person on earth. There may be some similarities, but whether it's helping him with his schoolwork, or helping him develop his talents in sports or different or other activities, or even how to discipline him. What does he respond to? How does he respond to certain discipline? What works for him? I think he understands it just doesn't work for everyone. I think it's something that we have to learn. It's something that we have to discover because we're so unique as individuals. So he's out here just winging it because there's no blueprint. There's no instruction manual that we can pick up and say, this is how we should raise our kids. This is what we should do. There's no true instruction manual. I mean, there are folks that claim that, this is one way that everyone should raise their kids, and, everyone's going to turn out right. I'm sure all the parents in the room would disagree with that statement. I see some of you guys shaking your head like, boy, you don't even know. But, it looks... This discovering, or the way discovery works, that's how it looks. It looks like you're just out there winging it. It looks like that because you're out there doing things that doesn't make sense to someone who isn't in the discovery phase. So they look at you and you'd be like, man, you're just all over the place. You look weird, you look crazy, doing what it is that you're doing. But you're discovering, you're winging it. You're really trying to develop and define what it is you're passionate about, what it is you're purposed for. I think of a mango tree. I don't know how many of you know, but I love mangolas in particular. So if you guys have any and you want to get rid of them, you can just drop them at my doorstep. I'll take them off your hands. But, we're not attracted to mango trees because of how big they are. We're not attracted to mango trees because of how green the leaves are. We're not attracted to them because of the sturdiness of the bark, how many branches it has, how big the roots are. We're not. The mango tree doesn't even concern itself with how big it is, or how pretty it is, or how green it is. We're attracted to the mango tree because of the fruit. The mango tree becomes valuable because of the fruit that it produces. The purpose of the mango tree, just to produce fruit, gives it its value. It gives it its value because it drives the mango tree to be passionate about producing fruit and producing the best fruit that it's able to produce. So when we hear the term follow your passion, I'm going to challenge you to go beyond following your passion. To go beyond just asking yourself, what am I passionate about? I want you to really identify with this term here, or this phrase here. Follow your purpose and allow your purpose to create value, and allow that value to fuel the passion that is inside of you. Thank you very much.